Are the new cohabitation rights helping or hurting the UK dating scene in 2026? Under the proposed changes, couples who are living together can gain legal protection if they split up. Sponsors said it's only fair, especially for partners who sacrifice time, money, and effort. And some may argue that these rights could produce lesser relationships because the risk will get greater. And some fear that people may think twice before cohabitating because of these new laws. So let's dive into this situation to see if these new cohabitation laws are helping or hurting the UK dating scene in 2026. If you want to see more content on modern dating, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Millions of unmarried couples who currently live together in the UK are set to be protected by new laws. At present, cohabiting couples do not have the same legal protections as married couples, particularly when it comes to finances, inheritance, and separation. As part of new government plans, they are looking to change the law in 3 ways. The first is to give more rights to couples that have lived together for at least 3 years or share a child. This should ensure that no partner is left financially vulnerable if the relationship were to end. They are also looking to introduce automatic inheritance laws. Currently, if an unmarried person dies without a will, their partner is not automatically treated as the next of kin. Do you think that cohabiting couples should receive similar legal protections to married couples, or should the law stay as it is?
The law should just stay as it is, because fewer people are going to think twice before they cohabitate, because now they're making cohabitation the same as marriage. And these new cohabitation laws are going to leave men destitute, right? A lot more men are going to say no to cohabitation and just say yes to situationships and more hookups. I tell you, this is just so risky, right? Fellas, you have to think twice before you start cohabitating, because now they've realized that you don't want to commit anymore, you don't want to marry anymore, because marriage is useless in 2026. So now they've devised a plan, right, to treat cohabitation the same as marriage, right? We've devised a plan, now they're trying to put a wrench to disrupt that plan. But fellas, we're going to devise a new plan so that they don't gain none of our assets when they leave the relationship. Fellas, make sure you get an agreement, right, to protect your assets if she ever decides to leave. It won't benefit you to cohabitate with your partner if you're unprotected, right? Get some sort of agreement to say, well, if you leave the relationship, you ain't touching none of my assets. We have to be smart out here now, fellas, right? They're trying to play their hand. Now we have to come up with a new game plan and continue sticking with that game plan. And this won't just be the UK, this will be worldwide. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you're new to my YouTube channel and you like to see contents like this, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos in the future.
Legal change is coming for millions of unmarried couples in the UK. The government has announced plans to strengthen rights for couples who live together but aren't married, meaning that in the future, cohabiting partners can gain clearer rights over property, shared finances, and financial support if they separate. It could also impact when a partner dies without a will. But here's what most people don't realise right now. There's no such thing as a common law marriage in England and Wales. So even if you've lived together for years, you don't automatically get the same rights as married couples. And that can seriously affect things like who keeps the home, access to savings, and whether you get any financial support after a breakup. So yes, change is coming, but for now, the current rules still apply.
And the current rules should continue to apply. Fellas, hold the line, right? And protect yourselves, because now they're trying to make cohabitation the same as marriage, right? They're trying to leave us high and dry. Yeah, they brought in the no-fault divorce, and we said, you know what, forget it. We don't want to get married, because what is the point being in a committed relationship such as marriage if your wife all of a sudden says she doesn't want to be with you anymore because she's bored, or she doesn't love you anymore, right? This is what irreconcilable differences are. If she's bored or she just fallen out of love with you. all of a sudden her hypergamy kicks in and she wants to find a man who she perceives as better than you. So fellas, protect yourselves. Make sure you get a document or an agreement to say that if she leaves the relationship, she don't get none of your assets. Fellas, you have to start protecting yourselves. They're coming up with new ways to get more assets from us men. But we're gonna hold the line, right? We're gonna protect our assets and we're gonna guard it with our life, right? Fellas, make sure you're protecting yourselves, right? Now is not the time to be frivolous and careless, because the system now is coming for our assets. So make sure she writes that agreement, sign her signature, says, look here, if you leave the relationship, you ain't touching none of my assets. If you're liking this video so far, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
One of the biggest law changes in British history is coming into play. If you are in a relationship but not married and you're cohabitating for more than 3 years or you have a child together, you now have rights. So let me break it down for you. The government is basically planning on putting this thing into play whereby if you are with this person and you end up breaking up for whatever reason and you've been living together for 3 years, you as a woman now have rights to basically have half of whatever his earnings are or his assets are, etc. Now, someone has to enlighten me and tell me whether it works both ways, because I'm really not too sure. I hope it does, because I do think it should be an equal thing. But basically, if a woman leaves now, she gets half. Now, a lot of you man have been trying to play mind games for the longest time, okay? And you haven't been putting a ring on it because you don't want to give away your money. Well, guess what, my friends? I'm so sorry, Sonny Jim. You're gonna have to hand it over.
No, we weren't playing games. We were just protecting our heart and our assets, because now they came up with a no-fault divorce in 2022 to say that if you're not happy in the relationship anymore, or you're feeling bored of the relationship, of your marriage, you could just leave without giving a reason, right? That's why men stop committing, right? Because naturally, men want marriages and families. But because of these new laws to incentivize women to break their relationship, to break up their marriages, and to stay single or to become single mothers, men just said, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to go through with no marriage. I'd just rather stay with someone and cohabitate. But now they're trying to make cohabitation the same as marriage. So now, fellas, we're going to have to take it a step further and protect our assets, right? By letting her sign an agreement saying that if you leave the relationship because you're bored, then you can go on about your business, right? But you're going to leave the relationship the same way you come in, empty-handed, right? See both my hands? Empty. Nothing in it. No coins, no nothing. Because all them coins, I worked hard for it. Yeah? So you're going to touch none of my assets. Fellas, hold the line and protect yourselves at all time. Get her to sign the agreement. Yeah? Sign her name. Sign her signature on the dotted line. Yeah, fellas, protect yourselves. But let me know what you think down in the comments below.
So you bought a house by yourself, you've now met someone and they're looking to move in, which is really exciting, but make sure you protect yourself. So you need to get yourself an agreement in place, guys, because if someone is moving into your house and they are paying towards the bills, they can legally try and have a claim over your property. So make sure you get an agreement in place. You need to seek advice from a solicitor. Yeah, it's super important.
I agree with what this young lady just said. Fellas, you need to get an agreement. Alright? No time to waste now. No time for us to be, silly billies. Right? We have to start thinking one step ahead, even 10 steps ahead. Because now they're changing the system to get more assets from men, because they realize that we would just rather cohabitate than to just get married. Right? Because marriage ain't working anymore. So men would just rather cohabitate. And can you blame men? If we just want to cohabitate and not get married? Because, the system is set up for marriages to fail. Yeah? So now men just choose to cohabitate. They said, no. We want your assets, whether you're married or not now. They've changed the laws now so that if a woman does leave the relationship, she has the right to take half her assets, or maybe all her assets. So fellas, hold the line. Right? Hold the line and protect yourselves at all time. Right? Make sure you talk to your solicitor and get her to sign an agreement, right, before you move in together. right? This is now gonna make men think twice about cohabitating or getting in a serious relationship or even living with a partner, right? Because now, as a man, if she moves in with you, then yeah, she get to take off your assets. So fellas, you have to start protecting yourselves at all times now, right? If you're liking this video so far, please like, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. So fellas, what do you think? Do you think now as men we'll think twice before getting in a relationship? Or we'll just, carry on as if everything is normal? Because these new cohabitation laws are just coming into place so that they could get their hands on our assets. So we have to be extra careful now, fellas. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. This has been Modern Man Mindset with Sir Boss. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more contents like this. And I'll see you in the next video.